Okay. We are live. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I go ahead and start the meeting. You're live.
All right. Meeting at 5:30 p.m. on February 16th, special call. Members present. Let's see, look on here real quick. We have Cammie Warning, Jeff Allen, we have Carrie, and we have Danae, and we have David Wells. All right, first item, approval of the minutes.
We didn't send out the minutes.
Okay, the special call. Yeah, I don't have anything in front of me, so yeah, you're right.
I was like,
Yeah.
So we're on to our
All right. So the only thing then, let me, could be just the recommendation here. So let me share that screen with you, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see it?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. This is what we're looking at proposing based on our discussions in the past. The Civic Center's main hall, which is the large one, for general activities and for-profit activities. The weekdays are $200, weekend is $250. Use of the catering room is a $50 fee. There is a $200 deposit, which is refundable if they clean up afterwards. We have the option, or they have an option of utilizing us for setup and takedown. And if you look down at the bottom, the asterisk says that the setup or takedown is based on actual time spent in 15-minute increments. In other words, it may be that it took them 27 minutes. Well, that's going to be 30 is what we'll charge. And that'll be based on $100 an hour. That would be $50 to set up. And then if they wanted to take down, again, it shouldn't take any more time to take it down than it did to set it up. So you're figuring another $50 for takedown. But it's set up or takedown is based on actual time spent in 15-minute increments, but never more than 2 hours for either. Okay, that would be the max. And I think they can do two of them. The two employees can set up and take down, or can set up a complete one in about an hour and a half. So to do it 2 hours, it would really have to be something unique. So.
Now, would I assume that with that rate, that the basic for like, say, the small room for like a little conference get together is already going to be preset a basic way? Or are they going to incur a charge?
No, we're not going to have anything set up a basic way at all, because the tables may be needed in the big room, and it may be over there. So we're not leaving any tables and chairs out. And they're welcome to do it themselves. The one thing I'm concerned about is if we do the setup and takedown, I know what's been damaged and what hasn't. If they do a takedown, I don't know what's been damaged. We're actually down. We bought, I don't know how long ago it was, but I'm down about 10 tables. We bought something like 40 new tables, and we're down to 30. And we just find them damaged. They just put them up after they've been damaged and we don't see them. So that's another reason for that. Now, it's not absolutely required that they reuse us for setup and take down. That's an option that's available. Okay.
Can we put that in there then? Because I think we're going to scare people off when they see that $100 an hour for setup and takedown.
Well, again, it's an option, and it'll be on their contract. This is just the schedule of fees. Okay. That's an optional. The catering room is optional. They don't have to use the catering room. The deposit is not. Nonprofit activities. or not-for-profit activities is $100. It's one half of the general activities cost, and the deposit is $125 instead of $200. Again, setup and takedown is based on the same, and the use of the catering room there's no difference. It's $50 for catering room. Catering room does not change. If you're utilizing the catering room, it's going to be $50. Deposit is based on the room and the type of activity. In the small room, the day rate for a resident is $75 on weekdays and weekends. There's no change there. A non-resident pays $100. Okay, that's a day rate. That's from morning till dark. A half day, we give others a half day rate if they do a 7 to 1 and say 2 to 8. They can get a half day rate. Residence is just $40, and a non-resident is $55. And I find that already that's something that I see that they seem to like on that half day rate. Again, catering room is $50. If they don't need the catering room, then that's fine. They don't need it. Deposit is only $50 for the small room. And again, if it's set up and take down, again, that's an option if they want us to, and we can. If it's you're setting up in there, you're figuring maybe $25 at the most to set that one up, I would think. There's not that much to set up, The amphitheater performances for profit are basically set up the same way as the general activities at the Civic Center's main hall, and as are the performances that are nonprofit. Now, again, this doesn't take into consideration a co-sponsored event the city co-sponsors, okay? There won't be a charge with that normally.
That was going to be my question. That's good. No, I just said that was going to be my question, so that's good.
No, if we're co-sponsoring it, we're actually what we're doing more than anything, instead of giving them money for the activity, we're chipping in the building and facility.
Sure.
The ball fields, lighting per field is $20 per day, regardless, per field. Tournaments other than league championships is $20 per team, regardless of the day of the week. Training camps are $5 for participant. These last three on the ball fields, these are current. These are not a change. That is currently what we have. Now, we do not charge that to our local CCBSA or the Marshall County Soccer Association. Those are not charged for that. If they did a training camp, well, I don't know we co-sponsor with them. Okay. But anybody else coming in would have to pay these fees. And then the old park pavilion, all we're charging there is just for the fireplace. We're not charging for the rental of the building itself right now. If they use the building without the fireplace, hey, no charge at this point. But if they want the fireplace, it's going to cost them $25 for the fireplace, plus the LP gas, whatever that cost is. In other words, generally it's going to be one tank of fuel. So they'll pay for one tank of fuel and $25. And that would be regardless of the day or the weekend. Okay. Questions?
I was just going to suggest possibly taking the deposit column and moving it to the left one, and then that would put both optional things to the far right.
Oh, so
because the
catering and the deposit columns?
Yes, because the deposit's a requirement, and the other two would be optional.
Okay, just a minute. Did somebody else have a comment?
No, I think that's a good call.
Okay.
I kind of like the idea of putting like in the asterisk at the very bottom that set up and take down by the city is optional, and then like a second asterisk that or continue on with the actual 15-minute increments. Like I think that David was saying that, right, David?
Yes, ma'am. That
Just
exactly
then it's
my
a little
point.
more clear that you don't have to have the city.
Okay. Can you see, you're not, can you see this?
Yeah,
Okay. Set up and take down by staff is optional and is based on actual time spent in 15-minute increments, but never
Yeah.
more than 2 hours for either.
yeah. What do you guys think?
That work?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, that looks good.
I like that better.
Hey, also, I got a question on the bottom. Okay, the rental of the LP tank, okay, let's say, do you just use your same existing tank and then you pay to the certain charge to fill it? You're not actually having to buy a whole new one, are you?
Yeah, that's the charge. You buy a tank of gas and
Okay.
$25. That's the fee, whatever that is. If it's, I don't know what it costs for an LP tank at this point in time, but the gallon of the tank, I'm talking about a little tank. I'm not talking about a
Okay.
big
Well,
haul.
then why do you have to have, once you just put $25 in there, didn't really know you need to be in there to say what it's for, just say $25.
Well, it's not. It's $25 plus the gas. Because my guys have to go and do services and you have to run up there and fuel it every time.
Yeah.
you-
But I guess what I'm wondering, if we could just like put a fixed cost of that instead.
Well, then I'm gonna recommend $50 flat fee.
Okay. I mean, what I'm
Yes.
saying is that, I mean, it's not clear in my mind what you're paying for. Are they getting to keep the tank when they're done, or are they
No,
just,
no. What they're doing,
what I'm
they,
saying, I'm just saying I'm unclear about it reading it. And I would think that it just needs to be specified better, or however you do it, just clean it up as far as,
they get a full tank of gas
okay.
available. That's a brand new full tank of gas every time
Right.
it gets rented. Okay. They can use anything up to that full tank of gas.
Right. I'm not quibbling about that. I'm just saying it needs to be expressed in that. So they know it's in the contract, I guess, somewhere.
Can someone tell me what well, here's the deal. I
It's
can
a
put a note in there because what's happening is LP gas is going to fluctuate in price.
Yeah.
What I'm charging is a flat $25 for what, and then whatever the current gas price is for that tank.
Okay.
If that tank costs $16 today, then we charge them 16 plus the 25. If 2 weeks from now it costs $23, then we're paying 23 plus 25. And because this has to be approved, I don't want to set this thing up where we have to come back and change it on a
Okay.
an
Okay.
annual,
That's
regular
fine. Yeah.
basis, or 2 or 3 times a
Yeah.
year.
Well, all I'm saying is put a notation what that means. Cause I'm just saying that as me reading it, to understand, you could just say, 2 different columns or something right there. Yeah. Something like that. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Right. That's all I need. Just something that just the buyer knows exactly what that means. Gotcha. Got it. That's all I need, John.
That work?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
work. I was just not really clear about it.
That's fine. That's fine. That's what I need to know. And we'll do that for both of them because
Super. Yeah, that covers. That's all I needed.
is that good?
Yes, sir.
All right, good deal. All right. I'm easy.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this may be, let me see if I can do this. I don't know if I can insert. Well, hang on. See if I can do that.
You'd have to unmerge those one cells. Yeah, there you go.
I'll try this. All right. So I want to cut. I got merged cells. Hang on.
Mhm.
Okay, now then, let's do this. Oh.
There you go.
That work?
Yep, that looks good.
That's so good.
Okay, now I'm gonna go back and make the changes on these so that All right, so we're right here. This one is 25 plus. The actual cost of a tank of LP gas. So I'm take down, and I'll change this statement. It is by staff is optional. And is based on actual time. What? Aha. Okay. Is that working?
That looks good.
All right. So now let me see. Here comes the fun part. Pshaw. Ah.
I just have to say, because I don't feel good about it, for the small conference room, it should have a basic setup that there is no charge for. But it should just be.
I mean, I'm, you know, I'm giving people free setup when I'm not giving people free setup for the other one.
I understand that, but I'm just thinking of, all the conference rooms I've rented over many years. They'll set them up how you want, but if it's already preset, if we want to change it, we can do that on our own, but should just have a basic 3 tables or something in there. And then it can be changed upon request for that rate. You wouldn't even have to put that in there. It would probably save you a lot of trouble too.
I don't know.
Just my opinion.
I mean, that's going to be something we're going to wind up. Well, I don't know. Hang on a minute. Oh, come on. Seriously? Come on.
Well, we're getting an Excel tutorial.
Yeah.
See, this kind of stuff is fun to me. This is fun.
Yeah. This thing will challenge you.
Trying to get all this thing in here.
Yeah, looking good.
Oh, I know what the issue is here. I'm gonna have to do this. Gothic 11. Maybe that'll work. Come on. Yes. And I have to merge them all, or I don't merge them at all. Mm-mm. Is that easier to read?
Yeah, that's better.
That looks good.
Good, John.
All right.
That T wrapped around on participants there, John. I think maybe you can narrow that or widen that column there. It might clean that up.
Oh, participant.
Yeah, I think it kind of, yeah, there you go. The next one over did too. Yep.
Thunderbird.
Kind of hard to tricky. Just a smidge. There you go. Perfect.
And deposit. I gotta, there we go. Well. All right. I'm going to have to go with David. Here's the deal with the deal we were talking about with the deposit. Let me take this down for a minute so we can actually talk. We went with a deposit partly because we didn't want to use insurance,
Yeah, we're good with that.
but everybody is going to have a deposit. Okay. Catering room, only if they use it. If they have stuff that comes right straight in there and they're going to do it right there in the room, they just got to clean up afterwards. Okay. That gets the deposit back. Deposit will be cashed, put in the bank, or will be put in the bank. And then once it's been approved and checked and signed off on, we will cut them that check for the deposit back. Okay. The setup and takedown, it's offered. They don't have to use it. But if they use it, this is what we're at. And if it comes down, we'll talk, Brad and I'll watch this. And if it looks like, biggest thing with parties, you're going to have one table probably for the kids. It's no biggie. They can, they can do that. We can set something up. They're going to have a place for the cake and stuff like that. And the kids will be around. I don't know if they'll use the table or not, but that's just totally up to them. And they can actually get that themselves. They don't have to have us set it up. Again, it's optional. So, and they can rent for half a day, because there's no sense in renting all day for a 1 or 2 hour party. So that gives you 2 hours of setup, 2 hours of the party, 2 hours of take down and clean up, or clean up. It's no biggie. So it should be easy enough. That way, $40 is all they're going to be out for a birthday party in most cases. And I've already got one that's ready to go right now. So, I mean,
I understand where you're coming from.
okay. Yeah. Then I guess then that's just totally up to you guys if you want to approve it that way or if you want to modify it and go that route.
Put it to a vote. Those in favor?
Well, I need a motion to approve it as it is or modify it, approve it with a modification.
Can we get a motion to approve it as it's been modified,
As you see it right now?
as we see it right now?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll motion for that.
Jeff,
All in favor?
oh, you got a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Discussion or vote, either way.
Put it to a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I lost Tammy.
Aye.
Aye, okay.
Then I'll be
Jeff?
the fourth aye.
Did you give me a thumbs up, Jeff?
Yes, I did. I just said it. Sorry, yeah.
Okay. Then I will forward this on to the council, and tomorrow they'll look at it for consideration. They've got a special call meeting tomorrow, and this is one of the items on the agenda. So I'll move this one out to them this evening to join the rest of their paperwork, and they'll hopefully we'll be able to move forward, and we can start renting the Civic Center again.
All right.
So,
Sounds
good.
great.
Exciting.
and
Yeah.
I'll work with Greg to get updated contract. Try to do it where it's a checkbox set up. So if they want something, they can do that, and we can go through there and do it that way. Or we'll do maybe a work order set up where it's a checkbox, and then come back and attach that as a addendum to the contract.
Well, John, that was one question I had, that, the first email you sent out had some of the notes on the back and then you cleaned it up. What did we decide about the alcohol thing? What did Greg say about
We
that?
have not.
Nothing.
yet.
Okay.
We haven't, that's something that we have not approached yet, and it's probably something that needs to be dealt with when we're doing our budget this year.
Okay. Okay.
And while we're doing that, we can set up, and then we'll make the recommendation at the same time we're doing the budget to see if we can to allow that.
Okay.
See how you want to proceed with it. But those were notes that I had on there that I wanted you guys to think about,
Mhm.
going out down the road here. So as we get closer, to take a look at it and try to determine how or what we want to do with that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. I appreciate it. That's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for your time, and Chairman Wells, I'll let you wrap it up if you're ready.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Make a motion?
Second.
I'll second.
Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 5:58 p.m.
Thank you,
Okay.
guys.
Thank
Have a
you.
good evening.
Please stay warm.
Bye.
Good guys.
Bye.
Bye.